ever seen an influencer blatantly lie? How did you deal with your breakup, especially after the whole Who the F Did I Marry series? What was the worst encounter with another influencer or celebrity? What's the most money you've been paid for a brand deal? Have you ever seen a popular social media couple cheat in front of you / seen it somewhere? Any influencer / famous person everyone loves but you don't for any particular reason? I am starving! Right, where's my drink? Be in the video, little dude! You can't be in the video! No, you can't have it! Aww. No. Oh, there's a hole in the bottom. Makes sense. Cheers! Welcome back. I am trying my best, okay? I've vlogged about a million gazillion little things for YouTube and then I just give up, okay? So just blame me. Anyway, no, you can't be in it, baby. I asked you all over on my Instagram broadcast channel for some juicy questions for me to answer whilst we have a little mukbang catch-up kind of mode. I feel like vlogs for me are so hard because one, when I'm busy, I just forget, and then two, I usually am not busy. So then there's nothing to vlog, you know what I mean? So it's like this thing of like, I don't know. If you're not in it, it's literally just called Girls I Fear, and I do a lot of giveaways over there, ask you a lot of questions, catch up with you all the time and everything. Nervous. I'm gonna be as honest as I possibly can, unless they're like questions where I like, you know, I shouldn't really answer them. I feel like I need a nug to start. I've got 6 chicken nuggets and a wrap. This is what converted me into eating meat again. These little devils here. Anyway, really, I kind of want to start with like a big one. Okay. How did you know your old relationship was coming to the end? Obviously, I am in a new relationship now. A few of these questions are about previous relationships and stuff, which I am gonna answer, but I'm gonna be respectful about it because obviously my boyfriend now, I don't know, I feel like it's weird talking about exes when you're in like a healthy relationship. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, I don't know. I knew it was coming to an end because I was constantly upset and crying every single day. Like every single day. I was miserable. I feel like now looking back on like my old videos and everything, you can kind of tell I was going through it. I just had, my face was so dull. Like all the colour was just washed out of me all the time. Obviously without going into details of what happened because I can't be asked getting into details of what happened because I feel like everyone knows anyway now. Just, it was not right, basically. And I also kept on saying to myself, I need to leave this person. I need to break up with this person. And I just feel like I was never strong enough to do it. I think because I didn't want to be with this person, me getting over the breakup only was like 2 weeks because I'd already kind of mentally left anyway. But yeah, I knew it was coming to an end because Jesus Christ, I was just crying all the time. We never did anything. It very much felt like a friendship. And not even really a friendship, just like two people that would literally just see each other and not speak. Have you ever seen an influencer blatantly lie on their stories or YouTube for attention? Yes. Okay, I'm not gonna out anyone because I'm not about that life. I'm drama free. And my life is very peaceful, okay? If I told you who it was, you'd immediately be like, yeah, I get it. I'm honest, I don't really care. It's nothing like lying about anything major, I would say. I think it's just like, it's funny things. And like, it kind of not makes sense to, obviously. I don't know how to describe it. It's nothing bad, but like, when I'm seeing it, I'm like, come on, not again. Worst thing you've done while drunk? I need to have a little bit of a think about that one, I'm not gonna lie. I'd say, I don't know, that's like the worst thing I've done though. It's a funny one. Basically, me and my ex-boyfriend, when I was like 17, we broke up and then there was a house party, like, I'd probably say like a week later. No, not a week later, but like 2 weeks later. Anyway, I necked a bottle of pink gin, okay? Like just straight, with no mixer, straight. I don't know how I did that at all because it actually makes me feel physically ill to this day now. I don't get how my like younger self did that, you know what I mean? Necked a bottle of gin before this party, and when I say a bottle, I mean like the big, is it like 750ml litre bottle. To the party, was obviously literally obliterated, went into the bathroom crying. He was there like, no, I just want him. Like, I think I was basically just on my knees begging for him back. I don't actually really remember it, I'm not gonna lie. And then my mum picked me up. I'd been at the party for, I think 10 minutes. 10 minutes probably. I just cried my eyes out. And I actually looked beautiful and gorgeous that night. And when she picked me up, my extensions were falling out of my head and everything was just everywhere. So maybe that's the most embarrassing thing. Maybe. I don't know. I've done a lot of embarrassing things when drunk. What was the worst encounter with another influencer or celebrity? I choose peace. Although it annoys me sometimes that I can't just be like, I choose peace, okay? Because quite frankly, I don't actually care anymore. It was probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. I don't really know. I don't really care anymore. Maybe like 2 years ago. At the time, it actually really affected me because it wasn't just like one thing. It was kind of like a situation that just made me feel very alone and very just depressed and yeah, very lonely. I don't really know how to get into it. So it wasn't just, I don't really know how to like, I don't really know how to speak about it. But yeah, the whole thing just made me feel very alone and very shit about myself for a very long time. I didn't really go to events because of it as well, because I thought like, oh my God, I'm just gonna be sat on my own at these events. Like no one wants to speak to me and stuff. And so I never really like left my apartment and stuff. I've never really spoken about that much, but yeah, it kind of just made me feel really shit for a while. By the way, it wasn't like I just met someone and they were mean to me. Like I wouldn't really deep that much. I'd just be like, cool. It was kind of like not ongoing. Like no one was ever mean to me like ongoingly. I don't know how to describe it. Like I'm being very, very like thingy about it, but because like I just don't care anymore and I don't care to bring light to the situation again because I'm over it. I'm happy with myself and I'm happy with my life. What's the worst thing you've seen at an influencer event? Ooh, I'm trying to think. See, I've not really been to that many because I always went to them and then I stopped going obviously because of that. But I don't know. I suppose maybe like some people being complete opposite of what they are online. And I'm just like, Sometimes it's a bit crazy. Like sometimes I'm like, whoa. Because I feel like I'm very much just like same in person, same online. I'd say so anyway. Sometimes a bit shy in person. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like the worst thing. This isn't even that bad, but I remember like we was at the bar. I don't even remember what event it was because they all merged together now. And sometimes at events it's a free bar and sometimes you have to pay for your drinks. It really just depends. And then I think it was someone was just stood there and they was like, oh, we have to pay for these drinks. So it's not like that bad. That sounds bad, but I don't know. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think. You can't have the nugs. You can't have the nugs. Those are people being like very, very, very cliquey and not really wanting to speak to anyone else. Maybe I need to start going and like spying on people. No, I'm joking. Have you ever seen a popular social media couple cheat in front of you / seen it somewhere? I have. Hello. Oh my God, I thought you fell. It's come from like someone who's told someone who's told someone who's told me about a Love Island couple. This was years ago now, I think. Maybe like 2 years ago. And I think it's very obvious who it is. They're not together anymore. Like, they just was saying all the goss and like they'd seen them on holiday or something. And like this person was like very avidly cheating. I don't really know. I don't know the ins and outs because I wasn't there, but do you know when you get told gossip sometimes? I'm like, whoa, am I getting the inside scoop? Any influencer / famous person everyone loves but you don't for any particular reason? One straight off the bat at the minute, Anna frickin' Paul. Really don't understand why she's still got a platform. And the fact that she posted it the other day actually made me feel physically ill. Anyways, people I've had to block because I'm just like, come on. People are very, very different in real life. And I'm not just talking about like online, they're like, I don't know how to describe it. Some people are just like, whoa. And then sometimes when I'm watching their content, I'm like, that's just not you. How did you deal with your breakup, especially after the whole Who the F Did I Marry series? I have wanted to speak about this for a little while now, but then I'm like, oh, does it really matter anymore? Like, it is kind of irrelevant now because it happened so long ago. I low-key regret ever doing that series, okay? I think I look back at it now and I'm like, oh my God. However, I was also still like kind of hurting. I'd found out like new information and I was kind of just spiraling a bit because I was like, actually F you, like this has made me feel like absolute like shit. Everything that I thought would happen happened. I read it in a way that like I lied about anything. Like anything that I said was 100% factual and is what it is. I just feel like now I would never want to handle a situation like that and just blast everything online like I did, but here we are, okay? And I'm sorry. Do you remember your first kiss? I don't know. Are you talking like kiss or snog? Because I don't know. I don't actually know. Because I don't know if it was like in reception or something. You know when you'd go behind a curtain and hide from the teachers and start kissing? That was so weird. Wasn't that, then I feel like it was probably with like one of my, not even a boyfriend. It's not even a boyfriend. Like in like high school and like year 7 or something. And it was like a, and then running off, you know. First snog, yes. Because it traumatized me. And I was like, this is actually disgusting. And I never want to do this ever again. Not a question, but advice for girls who are losing it soon. I'm assuming you mean virginity. I would say to myself now to wait until you are with someone who it means something with. Till it's like a long-term boyfriend. Wait till you're old enough. I mean, I was old enough, if anyone wants to know. I was 17 when I lost mine. Like, and that was pretty old in like everyone that I knew. Everyone was losing it at like 14, 12, 11. No, I'm joking. I don't know anyone who lost it at 11, but I know people who lost it at 12. And that to me is disgusting and crazy. Okay. What do you mean? Put your pants back on, okay? But yeah, I was 17. I'm fine with that age. Do I wish I waited longer? Yeah, I do, okay? I feel like now that I'm older and now that I'm in like a healthy relationship and everything, I wouldn't have minded of waiting. Like, it sounds so daft. I wouldn't have minded waiting this whole time, okay? Not to just go and sleep around with anyone. I would say like that's a big advice. Like, please make sure you're being safe and don't go sleeping around for the sake of it. Don't lose it for the sake of it. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't lose it for the sake of it, but I feel like I'd rather have waited now, you know what I mean? I say my first time, it didn't exactly hurt. It was just like a weird thing because it was like happening for the first time. I also bled, so just be careful of that because that will probably happen as well. Yeah, just be safe. Make sure you feel comfortable with who you are doing it with. Make sure they're making you feel comfortable. Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy the experience. I feel like I need my wrap now. Do you feel more confident in this relationship than you did in your previous relationship? 1,000,000%, okay? I never realised how being with someone can actually affect the way you look and the way you view yourself. I always felt really ugly and just felt like shit all the time in previous relationship. This one, oh my god, this boy literally, as soon as he walks through the door, I could have a towel on my head, just got out the shower, no makeup on, in my dressing gown, and he's like, wow, you're the most gorgeous girl I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm like, first of all, let's not lie here, but he really does compliment me every single day, like no matter what, and I'm just like, oh, this is like so lovely, like it makes me feel so nice. I feel like it's really made me a lot more confident in myself, and especially like about my body and stuff as well. I don't know how to describe it, just the way he compliments me and makes me feel like secure in myself and everything. I say this is like the happiest and most confident I've probably been in years. It's crazy. Favorite thing and least favorite thing about yourself. My least favorite thing about myself is that I can be very emotional and act on those emotions that I'm feeling at the time and be very, not think about it. Like say like someone upset me, I'd act on the emotions that I felt straight away rather than rather than sitting back dealing with it and then like speaking about it. Like I can go very 0 to 100 very quickly, if that makes any sense. And sometimes I'm like, I need to calm down, and I do hate it about myself sometimes. I'm an emotional bitch. But I can't help it. I can sometimes. I do need to calm down sometimes. So I'd probably say that I do act very irrational. Is it rationally? On my emotions. And sometimes it does not help me whatsoever. Like I've been in situations before, I'm like, if I didn't act like this, like that wouldn't have happened. You know? So maybe that. Favorite thing, maybe that I am emotional and that I do love everyone and like have so much support and emotions for everyone. I'm a very empathetic person. It's like it's my favorite thing and my least favorite thing about myself because it goes with both ends, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes it can be a really, really good thing, sometimes it can be a bad thing. Like say if someone's like crying in front of me, I can, or like telling me something that's happened, I can really like put myself in their shoes and understand what's happening to them and like try and talk to them and help them through it. So in that way, I like about myself. In other ways, I hate about myself. What is your biggest achievement? I'd probably say buying my house. I feel like that is my biggest achievement, I'm not gonna lie, because it's just an amazing thing. I feel like it's what I've always wanted as well. I just feel so much more like, I just feel at home. When I was in my apartment in Manchester, it never felt like home to me. It always just felt like a bed that I could sleep in. I was never really happy there. Like now, I'm just so happy here. Like I'm just so happy all the time. Like just being in a nice like little neighborhood and like, I don't know, having a front door, having a driveway, having my car. It just feels amazing, to be honest. Would you and your boyfriends ever have kids soon? If you would have asked me maybe in October, would you want kids now? I would have said yes. Now, since getting Kobe, I only want kids when I'm like 30. I think having Kobe is really put into perspective how much kids would be. Not in money wise, just how much in general. And it scares the shit out of me, I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely think I'll probably have my first kid at 30. I really don't want kids anytime soon, not gonna lie. I always said I wanted them like 24 and now I'm like, absolutely no way. So yeah, I definitely see my mind switches now. I used to be, I definitely want kids. At this moment in time, I can see myself having kids, but at this moment in time, no. If you get what I mean. Like, I don't know. I just can't. I wouldn't want to deal with it just yet. I do want to, when's 30, like 8 years. That's a long time. A lot can happen in 8 years. I might say in 2 years I want them. You never know. Biggest brand deal you've turned down? Brand deals that come through to me are brands that I'm excited to work with and I actually want to work with, so I accept them. There have been a few that I've turned down. I can't remember exact amounts, but they're like 4 figures, I think. I don't think my manager would put forward to me like a deal that wouldn't align with me anyway. But yeah, there's been some where I'm like, I don't know, like either like I've never heard of it, I'd never use it, I use something similar, my audience had never heard of it, like it wouldn't relate to it. It's been like a couple that I've been like, no. Even though like it is good money, I'm like, oh, but I can't, you know? So yeah, about like 4 figures. I'm not gonna be exact, but yeah. What's the most money you've been paid for a brand deal? The most money, I don't know if I can give exact figures, because I don't know if it's in like contracts or not that you can or you can't, but it was 5 figures. This wasn't just for like one video, by the way, Jesus Christ. It was like a partnership thing, so it would be like multiple videos, but yeah, it was 5 figures. Then, last one, that's really made me ill, I don't know why. Ew. Biggest fears. My biggest fears are birds, because they are so scary, and dying. And I'll leave you with that, okay? Bye.